We had another big week of info drops for HHN 34, so let's break it all down. It took a long time to get the wheels turning on Halloween Horror Nights announcements for this year, what with Epic Universe opening May 22nd and taking a lot of the early spotlight. But June and July have been great months for us horror fans, and we have been given tons of info for this year's event. Last week, we were finally given our scare zones. And not only that, we were also given some new entertainment offerings that will be coming our way. Before we get into these new drops, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks! Okay, before we get into it, let's do a quick recap of what we know about the event so far. First off, HHN 34 will run from August 29th to November 2nd this year, with Premium Scream Night happening on August 28th, the night before the event officially takes off. All ticket options are on sale now. This means single night tickets, multi-night tickets, RIP tours, Unmasking the Horror tours, everything. If you haven't got your tickets yet, make sure to get on it, because certain ticket options have already sold out, like all of the frequent fear passes that come with Express. And other tickets have seen a rise in prices, such as the Premium Scream Night. So if you know when you're coming and you just haven't bitten the bullet to buy your tickets yet, this is your sign to do it now. Ryan and I made sure to pick up our Rush of Fear passes right when they dropped. Did you get your passes yet? Let us know in the comments. We also have 8 of our 10 houses confirmed for this year. The original houses are El Artista, A Spanish Haunting, Grave of Flesh, Dolls, Let's Play Dead, Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunters, and Gulkin, Monsters of the North. Our IPs that have been confirmed so far are Fallout, Jason Universe, and Terrifier, which was our newest announcement. This house has many people excited, and the Universal creatives had said they are not holding back, and it will be the goriest house ever. We're still waiting on our last 2 IPs to be confirmed, which are speculated to be Five Nights at Freddy's and some sort of WWE house. These should be announced in the very near future. It has been so great to have these houses actually confirmed so that we will have a good idea of what the event will hold. But last week, we were given even more info. Universal dropped our official scare zones for this year, as well as some brand new entertainment offerings. Let's go through these one by one. Our first announced scare zone is Origins of Horror. Enter a decaying conservatory of twisted vines where artists carve tributes to HHN 34. You'll encounter monstrous crows, gargoyles, and more. I am very excited for this scare zone. This one obviously ties in with the whole conservatory theme that they're going to have going for this year, and I just love the spookiness of it. I'm excited to see what this one brings. Next, we got Masquerade Dance with Death. You're invited to a masquerade ball where bloodthirsty vampires lurk beneath ornate disguises. When their masks fall, you'll become their prey. Now, I love a spooky vampire. This zone seems right up my alley. You know, the last couple vampire scare zones to me weren't as good because they were more like fun, upbeat, like Vamp 69. I prefer a really scary vampire, which this sounds like it will be. Our third scare zone is the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. Travel down a spooky winding path to a mysterious home where trick-or-treaters are transformed into feral felines. Be careful or you'll be next. Now, reading the name, this sounds ridiculous, but I'm also kind of intrigued by it. Some eagle-eyed viewers found that this is actually a little subset of Slaughter Cinema 2. There was a poster for this movie in the Slaughter Cinema 2 house, but it wasn't touched on more than just the poster, so it's kind of cool to see this getting brought to life. And lastly, and yes, if you were keeping track, that means only 4 scare zones instead of the normal 5 that we have, is Mutation's Toxic 20s. In a bustling 1920s neighborhood, a BuzzCon truck with radioactive cargo crashes into a mobster getaway car, sending the city into toxic pandemonium. It mutates everyone in its path, including you. I am for any sort of biohorror. Mutations, weird zombies, biohazard stuff, this one sounds fun. So there are our scare zones. There was early speculation there would only be 4 scare zones this year, so it turned out that was true. However, that's not the whole picture. The last couple years, especially last year, the entrance scare zone has been particularly lackluster. So people presume that Universal would just be dropping this as an official scare zone altogether. But that's not exactly the case. Though these locations are not fully confirmed, it has been speculated that the Origins of Horror is going to be our entrance scare zone. Mutation should be in New York, Masquerade will be in Hollywood, and the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane will be in Central Park. But what about San Francisco? Last year's Blumhouse Scare Zone was basically just a glorified photo op, but it was at least something. Is it left in the dark this year? Well, not exactly. Along with our 4 scare zones, we were also given 2 new street experiences. One of these, which will likely be in the San Francisco area of the park, will be Club Horror, though we were given very little information about this. It will most likely be a giant horror-themed dance floor, with an undead DJ pumping some fun beats into the area. Though I personally usually like my horror nights to be scary, this does sound like a fun addition to the event. And our other street experience coming to the event this year is Mel's Die-In Zombies. We haven't been told exactly what this entails, but it will most definitely involve roller skating zombie car hops. Hopefully it'll be some sort of performance akin to the Megan Horde that was here this last summer, as well as during HHN 32. So, we may only have 4 officially marked scare zones this year, but we actually have 6 total street-level horror areas. Given some of the weak scare zones from the last couple of years, I'm totally okay with this adjustment. But it also sounds like these zones and experiences will also be a step or 2 up from what we had the last couple of years. There was a conference this last week where some of the Universal Horror Nights creatives gave us a little bit more insight into what is actually coming to HHN 34. They mentioned that this year will take immersion to the next level. Reduced scare zones have been thrown out the window, and we are going to be getting more scare actors and more scenics all throughout the park. As I mentioned before, the last couple years, especially last year, has given us a relatively lackluster entrance scare zone. Well, this year they have already mentioned that they are going to be making some big changes to the trust that welcomes us into HHN, including giving it some big conservatory gates to help engulf us into the haunted conservatory theme that will be throughout the whole park. The HHN bar will also be back, as well as the hotel photo ops. These are always fun to check out throughout the whole Universal Orlando Resort. Though we have been given a ton of info about Horror Nights over the last few weeks, we are still waiting on a few more announcements. As mentioned earlier, we're still waiting on full confirmation of our last 2 houses, which are going to be IPs. We are also still waiting for confirmation of Nightmare Fuel, returning for another steamy show. And we are also still waiting to hear if we will be graced with a brand new HHN Lagoon show. This is one that I am most looking forward to, and I really hope that these rumors are true. The Universal creatives mentioned that they will be dropping HHN info all through the rest of July, so it sounds like we have a couple good weeks ahead of us. So now I want to ask you, what do you think of this year's lineup so far? What scare zones are you most looking forward to? Are you excited for the 2 new street experiences coming this year? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for hanging out and talking all things HHN with me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want more theme park content, please make sure to subscribe to our channel. Stay spooky, and I'll see you in the fog.